Hey, so I wanted to make a quick video. I just went out this week and got like a bunch of new plants, so like I kind of wanted to do like a rare plant haul type of thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. First plant is that I got, I guess, is this Monstera subpinnata, which like is literally so big and pretty. Like, it is so pretty. It is like growing. There is new growth. I am so excited for this. They are so easy to take care of, like especially if you like already have monsteras. You just have to like water it whenever like it starts to dry out, I guess, and then it doesn't need like super bright light and it'll do fine. And like it's just so pretty. Like I've never found another like any monstera that looks like this, and it is just like the coolest little thing. Like I am obsessed with this already. Like figures anything like my Adansonii or other monsteras, and like it is just gonna like take off and be like ridiculous. So next, what I got, I am not even gonna attempt to pronounce this because I know that there is no way I'm gonna be able to, and someone is gonna drag me for it. So this is a Philodendron squami, and that is all I'm gonna say. I will put what it actually is like down in the description, but it's a squami. So basically it only has these 2 leaves, but it has a 3rd leaf and new growth coming in, so it's like super pretty. But like, look at those red furry stems. Like, it is so pretty. Like, I'm obsessed with this plant. If it is anything like my other like hairy philodendrons, then like it's gonna need like super bright and direct light. It's gonna need like super well draining soil. It's gonna like not need to really dry out. Like it's gonna need to stay moist. And I 100% realize that I say like all the time. I'm fully aware. You don't need to make me aware because I know what's coming. So absolutely obsessed with the squami. I also got a Philodendron fibrosum, which is also super hairy, but it is green instead, and it is just, that is so nice. But basically, these are also super easy to care for just because they're philodendrons, so like they're a little hardier than like anthuriums anyways, so like I've never really had an issue caring for them. The only one that's ever given me like issues, I guess, has been a Serpens, just because it got like overly humid and wet and got like a fungal thing and like died. But other than that, as long as it has like good air circulation, then like it'll be perfectly fine. So this one would be the same. You just have to keep it moist and give it bright and direct light and put it in well draining soil and keep it moist, and it should be perfectly fine. Like, look how cute that little leaf is, and like it's just so fuzzy. I like love these fuzzy ones. But speaking of Serpens, I got another Serpens because my last one got a fungal disease and died because it, I ran a humidifier inside of a greenhouse and there was not enough airflow, not enough circulation, so humidity sat on the leaves and it basically died. Like, they were terrible. It ruined all of them. Most of my anthuriums got ruined, so I do not have a humidifier in a greenhouse anymore. But, long story short, you need air circulation if you're going to have a humidifier. But, this is my new Serpens, and it is literally the size of my face. Like, it is just absolutely insane and huge, and like, she is thick. Like, she is a thick woman that needs no man. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I just don't know what to say. Like, this is just amazing, but like, this needs super bright and direct light. None of these can have direct light except my monsteras get direct light, but they're like accustomed to it, I guess, or have been acclimated to it, so they don't burn, but like they used to. This just needs super bright and direct light, And then it needs to be in a super well draining soil. I've already potted mine in here, but I like to put mine in these clear orchid pots just so I can like watch their roots grow and see if there's any issues. I can tell when it's dry, like all the way down. And I really just like to watch them grow, because if I couldn't watch them grow, I'd honestly probably pull them up way too much, because it's like part of the too much gene that I have. Like, I just constantly feel the need to care for my plants, but honestly, like, ignoring them is like the best thing that I could do. So like, this needs to be ignored, but with proper care. Not complex at all. The next thing I got is this Philodendron tenue, or tenua. I don't know, I don't care. I'm probably saying it wrong. But it has a super pink leaf, and then the backs are also super pink, but I don't think you can tell because it's super dirty. Also, my nails are probably disgusting because I've been potting these before I did this video. And yeah, so promise they're not always that dirty. But yeah, I honestly don't know much about this at all, so it probably just needs super bright and direct light, kept moist, dry out every now and then so it doesn't get root rot. It's in well-draining soil, and like, seems to be loving it. It has a new leaf coming out, so fingers crossed that it doesn't die. I've actually been caring for those for like a while now. Like, I've had them for a few months. I just haven't like posted about having them, and like finally brought one home to like keep in my personal collection, so it's not at the greenhouse anymore. So like, they're fine. It's not gonna die. That's how you care for it. So like, that's that. Next is this Philodendron Heterocephalus. Basically, they look a lot like the Philodendron patricias, except the ripples like aren't as defined and they aren't as like aggressive, I guess. So like, there's that, but also they're a lot cheaper and they look just like it, will get just as big. And like, I've also noticed it's not as sensitive, because I had Patricia and it was one of the most sensitive philodendrons I've ever had. And like, obviously I want another because I don't have one, but like, but yeah, this has been so easy to care for. Obviously, this is a new leaf. It still hasn't hardened off yet. It's still growing. It has another leaf right there behind it. I hope I don't break it showing it right there. But it's been like super easy to care for. Bright and direct light, high humidity, super well draining soil, keep it moist, let it dry out every now and then. Super, super easy to care for. So next is probably my favorite one that I got, even though I've probably said all these are my favorites. This is my absolute favorite. It is a Philodendron Deflocks, and it is as big as my head. It will, bigger, but oh my god, I am in love with this plant. Like, and look how thick. It has a wonky leaf, but whatever. But like, look how like, look how thick it is. It's super thick. This one can be a boy. I'm gonna assume that this is just like my Billy Tide, just like my Bernardo Pazzi, any big leaf philodendron. It just probably doesn't need direct light at all because it'll burn the leaves. So any like bright and direct light, like obviously this is too much. Like here, down, too much. This, perfectly fine. It's not getting hit with direct light. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. It's in well-draining soil right now. I let it dry out in between waterings and it's doing great. But yeah, other than that, that is like all my rare plants that I just got. All of these, I do have multiples and they're all in my shop. So if you do want any of these, I currently have them available. So just let me know. Send me a message on Instagram if you have like any questions about it. Like, I'm pretty good with like responding to people as long as I'm not in the middle of a giveaway, because then DMs get lost and most likely I will never respond because it's gone in the cloud somewhere in Instagram. But anyway, thank you if you watched this far into this super awkward video. Hopefully going forward the rest of these won't be as awkward, but I can't promise anything. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.